is the most amazing marketing rebel club out there because have 1 hour with me every month. Amazing price of, are you ready? 390 dirhams a month. Rebel Club is the most amazing marketing rebel club out there because have 1 hour with me every month. Amazing price of, are you ready? 390 dirhams a month. Oh my God, wait, we need music. Are we here? Am I live? Is this working? Wait. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Who is here? Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I was a little bit nervous because this is like a whole new setup. Mamata is here, Salafa is here, Max, Emma, Ankita, Erica, Charlotte. Oh my God, Bridget. So excited and I was a little nervous because this is like a whole new streaming experience, right? I want to know the feedback. I want to know everything. The video is so much better quality. I think the audio is also so much better, but this, I feel it's so much better than being on Zoom. And I was so nervous because there are so many things for me to like manipulate. I know that we don't see each other in the little cameras like in Zoom, but you will be able to join me on stage. That sounds so like stagey, but you guys will be able to join me with me, like next to me, when we are doing Q&A, when we are doing the instant brand audits. I'm so excited. If you are watching this, where are you watching? Are you watching it on my website? Are you mobile? Are you desktop? And how is it feeling? Especially some of you are the OG rebels that have been with me on my Zoom. How is this experience? Tell me if you like it, if you don't like it. I mean, we haven't even started. Okay, look, this is how cool this is. I can, look at this. Look how cool this is. Like TV show. This is so freaking cool. And then I can play music easily. You know how we used to glitch with music? so we can dance.
You know that's not allowed. And even though I don't want to.
I don't know if we have enough disco. Do we have enough disco? I don't know. I don't know, guys. Our hotline phone is here. Okay, I'm so excited. This is what we've got for today. If you are watching, let me know. Let me know if you are here so I can see you. Mamata, Salafa, Eric, I'm seeing going through the comments. StreamYard is awesome. I thought StreamYard.com, but so far it's nice. And this is StreamYard's new functionality for webinars. So they didn't have a webinar functionality, and now they do. And it's just so amazing. Look at all of these things. I feel like I'm in some sort of like orbit. Now, I will confess, I do miss the little cameras on how I was seeing you guys in your environment, but this is just so much better because the video quality is going to be so much better for our Rebel Academy. It's also completely streaming into my LinkedIn, into my YouTube, into my Instagram, which is like, that's what you really want. You want as much syndication. I don't know if that's the word, but you want to amplify it as much as possible when you are doing things like this. So for anybody out there that wants to do live classes, you know, you always want to like try to stream it as much as possible so that you get discovered more. So I'm really excited. So I just missed you guys so much. So definitely type for me on the comments so that I know that you are there. Are you watching it? Tell me if you're watching. Are you on desktop? Are you seeing me on desktop? Are you on mobile? I want to know where you are watching. Oh, I'm so excited, guys. I have put the yummiest of content for today. Just as before, when we used to do this on Zoom, make sure that you are going to add a little intro about you. The best things about our time together here is us networking with each other, is you connecting with each other. So I want you all to show off what you do. So write that little intro on the comments, who you are, what you do, what is your brand, and give us some social media links so everybody can network. And unicorn level, if you are looking for something, or if you have something to offer, write that. Do you have a goodie, a freemium? Do you have a special discount? Tell us. So make sure that you are writing that on the comments. Laptop. Charlotte is here. Oh, that is so cool. Charlotte, oh my God, I miss you guys. Is it anybody's first time? Is it anyone's first time? I wonder if this is your first time. Is this, are you going to lose your virginity to our Rebel Live classes? If it's your first time, let me know so we can all give you so much love. Inês, beijinho muito grande em Portugal. Oh my God. Oh yeah, and where are you watching from? Because we've had many people from all over the place in the past. So are you in the UAE? Where are you? We want to know. Emma, I'm a rebel virgin. Okay, let's give so much love to Emma. Sinead Rebello. Oh my God, I love your surname. Your surname has rebel in it. Oh, it was meant to be. That is so cool. Fadila Gandur, first time. Erica Sardinha. Sardinha, that is a very Portuguese surname. És portuguesa? Será que há mais portugueses aqui? Inês é Portugal. I wonder if you are Portuguese. That's such a Portuguese surname. We have Abuja. Oh, Bridget is a virgin. Shout out to Bridget. She is my singing coach. Who knows? Sometime soon I'll be singing. Erica, watching from the Canary Islands, but I'm Angolan Portuguese. Oh my God, can we please have a picture from some very tropical, I don't know, Canarian Island landscape, please? Rebel was my nickname at work. Lol, I rebelled a lot. See, we were meant to be. I'm so excited because there's OG rebels and there's new rebels. So this is just, I'm feeling already so much love and the class hasn't even started. Okay, I am going to be giving 101s throughout the week. You know I love to give 101s, and all you got to do is share a really fun snippet from the class on your Instagram, tag me, and hopefully I pick you. Oh my God, look at my nails. My nails match. I just love my backdrop. Do you guys Do we have enough disco? I don't know if we have enough disco. This whole class, this whole boot camp this week is to help you guys grow. No matter at what stage you are at with what you are doing, even if you're lost right now, which I don't like to say you're lost, you're figuring it out, right? So the class, all the classes this week I have made them so that no matter where you're at in your journey, maybe you already have a brand for 5-10 years, maybe you are just starting out, you are a personal brand, you are a service brand, you are a product brand and you're selling products, right? So much of what you are going to learn here during the week, you will be able to apply. Maybe not all, but there's going to be, well, you can definitely apply all, but there's going to be so much that you'll be able to sprinkle. And I hope that you've joined my WhatsApp group and that you saw that I have a super special collaboration with my bestie. He's Italian. So if you guys want to order your pizza or your favorite Italian meal, 30% off at Barbone. He's doing this special just for us. He's never actually done a 30% off. So this was like, okay, fine, Alex, for your rebels. So here I am trying to make these live classes as exciting as possible until I might launch my own teal colored popcorn. That could be an idea. Shall we get started? Shall we start? Oh, I love it. I'm in DXP, just a road away from Alex. Oh, I'm Kita. Yes, you are. We are neighbors. Charlotte, it's always lovely coming back to this one. I missed you. I miss doing these live classes, but I needed some time to recoup. Last year was a lot. I think some of you followed me so much and you were so much a part of everything that I did last year. Last year I went above and beyond. Thought that just a Christmas holiday would fix it all. But turns out I really needed to take a lot of time to re-nourish my creative self again. So I really have been focusing a lot on my clients. And now I feel like I am ready to come back and I have lots of exciting stuff. My new podcast show is going to drop very soon and lots of other cool stuff. And actually, we've got the 10 years anniversary of House of Social in October. So expect something exciting. Okay, shall we get started? Where are the emojis? I love it. Oh, this is so dope. I'm just reading through here the comments. Okay, so let's get started because you are here now. Let's learn. Let's get inspired. And remember, I have challenges. So I do have a list of challenges at the end of the session. Now, let me see here. My little slides that I have. All right. So if you have questions, please put questions on the comments. If you have a question or questions, and you would be so game and cool to join me next to me, just then send me the hand emoji. If you guys can find the emojis, okay? So if you have a question and you are happy to join me live with your camera, then just reply on the comments with your hand emoji. The reason is if you're going to join me live, I'm going to send you a link, okay? I'm going to put a link here. You're going to click that link and you'll be able to join me live, which is so cool. And then you can ask me a question and then I can answer it, which that's going to be Wednesday. Wednesday is all about you. But now let's go because the slides I have for you. The slides I have for you are orgasmic, okay? We ready? All right, okay, here we go. Who is Max? Max, is that you, my friend Max? All right, let's get started with my slides. Now, you guys will tell me which view you think it's going to be best for you guys to see the slides. Is this a cool view? I'm right here on the top little corner, or I can be small in the bottom, or I can be in the circle. How do you guys want a circle? Or do you want me like that? I feel like I'm so new at this situation. I'm so excited. Okay, I'm gonna put circle for now, but then if you guys can tell me what you think is best. Today's class is about psychology strategies to sell, and oh boy, circle. Okay. Okay, yay. Small at the bottom or circle? Okay, cool. I can just like play around as we go. All right. Psychology strategies to sell. I love this topic because in my almost 20 years of my career now, 10 years with House of Social and 10 in the agency side, one of the biggest things that I see people go wrong is that they don't really understand that when we are selling, when we want someone to buy into what we are giving, we have to really pull so much of human skills. That's why I'm calling this psychology strategies. Because what is psychology? Psychology is understanding our triggers, things that makes us feel maybe not so good. Psychology is also understanding our glimmers, things that make us feel or happy inside, like there's these magical sparks inside. Psychology is understanding human behavior. What makes you happy? What makes you tick? What really gets you to lean in and pay attention? So when we are in this business of wanting people to buy into what we are giving. Again, remember, I'm talking in all of the context. You could be offering a service. You could be a personal brand. You could be selling a product, right? So this is across the whole umbrella. The God question banner is in front of the slides. Okay, let me remove that. Oh my God, I love it. I love it when you guys work with me and tell me things. Is that better? Yeah, I think so, right? So when I'm talking about psychology, I want you guys to understand that it's about human behavior. It's about understanding. It goes from body language. It goes into coming out of our own ego and understanding and being empathetic to the other person. And so when we say psychology, and when I say that in the world and context of marketing, is I don't want you to learn how to sell, because the way that people are teaching how to sell, it's broken. I want you to learn how to story tell. And we are all great storytellers. Don't tell me that you're not. Because when you have a story to tell, you know who is that friend that you're going to want to tell that story to. And you find yourself telling a story. So don't learn how to sell, but learn how to tell great stories and how to really enhance your storytelling ability. And we all have it. Okay. Some have it more than others because that's their charisma and that's their personality. Like I'm literally an open book. Like I could tell you all my things. Hence I'm launching this new podcast show because there's so many things I want to say. Share. Right? When we are wanting to sell, what we really need to learn is to care. And this is where most people go wrong. Why is it that I have so many people and so many of my clients or people that I'm doing one-on-one sessions with are saying, why is nobody converting, Alice? I'm sending so many messages. I'm doing so many emails. I'm doing so many cold calling. Nobody. I'm getting ghosted. And maybe you are listening to this class and you are like, yeah, I'm getting ghosted. Because the way you are doing your selling, you're not caring. And we're going to dive into all of this today, right? So when we are talking about, I want to sell, I want people to buy into my things, I want to ask you, how much are you really then caring about the people that you want the attention? Have you guys noticed how hard it is? We are in this business of wanting people to give us their attention, and people be busy. People have their lives. Some people have kids and children and marriages, and others are like busy ass entrepreneurs or like people are busy. People are selfish. People are living their lives. And with so much consumption of so much content and so much brands and so much products out there, right? We're just in this world of like so much. Become the person who cares. And we're going to dive into that right away. I'm going to teach you today how you can care, how you can sell by caring. And you will see how it's not a job of just copying and pasting and doing it quickly. But when you do it well, you will get so much more return. So how are we going to get attention? By caring and storytelling. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, I love this layout. feel like I'm having like first time excitement on how these slides are going. Okay, back to my circle. Where's the circle? Here's the circle. All right. So we are going to get started today with how to get business leads. Because let's face it, this is the one that everybody struggles. So now let's talk me and you. All of you are here. I see there's 19 of you. Ah, I'm so excited. 19 of you. Thank you. Who is right now actively looking for business leads? Who is right now needing to have business leads? Either because you have a service, right? You have maybe a product. It's maybe B2B, right? But you need leads. You need business leads. By the way, so the audio is coming through my microphone, and apparently that's supposed to be like a much better experience. Is it? Is it? Because I cannot hear myself. Let me know. So who is looking for business leads right now? Let me know in the comments. I want to know, okay? All right, let's debunk it. How do you do business development outreach the right way? Because I'm going to tell you, I'm sick and tired. I cannot see this anymore. I have been teaching this for 10 years. I'm teaching you guys how to do this. So this is something that I will continue forever teach because there's still, so many of you are still not getting it right. But that's why you're here. So let's go. All right. The business outreach message, right? You are emailing people either on your emails or on our dear LinkedIn. Who is using LinkedIn? Let me know if you are using LinkedIn, or you might having emails and you are finding people's emails through their website. No, you will have not bought an email list. We do not buy email lists. We know that. We should know that as Rebels Code of Conduct. We do not buy email lists because they have not been curated and nourished and earned by us, right? Don't you just hate it when you get that email and you're like, I did not sign up for this. Why are you emailing me? Sophia, I love the slides. Oh, yay. I'm so glad you like my slides. It's only going to get better. All right. So, oh my gosh, guys, okay, wait, how can I make this more fun? Let me try here. Okay, yeah, I kind of prefer this one for now. All right. So let's look at some bad examples of LinkedIn outreach messages. Now, complete disclaimer here. If you see yourself on some of these messages, maybe not you, but you're like, oh, I think I've sent messages like this. It's okay. That's why you are here. You will never make these mistakes ever again, right? So now that's like too small. Oh, I need to practice this. Okay, now I feel like I'm too small there. Okay, this is good. So this person, this is straight from my LinkedIn, okay? I didn't even have to like go very far to find this, right? So this person says, want to get more, actually, this person's LinkedIn bio says, want to get more leads from LinkedIn. So this person is actually saying that they teach you how to get leads, but then their approach is the absolute worst. Like, okay, let's just, are we ready? Let's just go through it. So let's just call this guy, I don't know, Paul. Paul says, hey, hashtag first name, haha, joking Alexandra. It would be a pleasure for me to welcome you to my professional network, best Marco. And I'm just like, what is this absolute nonsense? Like, this is a waste of somebody's time, right? But then he goes into, I got the same message. Okay, so I think this is a trend. And Kita is saying she got the same. So clearly this is a trend, and they are thinking that this is how you are getting someone's attention. But this is actually not good. Maybe you might get someone's attention for like 5 seconds, right? But then you're going to be like, you've just wasted my time. But it gets worse. Don't worry. Then Marco sends me another message and says, hi, Alexandra, do you answer here personally, or is an assistant managing this account? And then there's like a picture that has welcome Alexandra. And I'm just like, what are we supposed to be impressed by this? that you made a picture, which now we can all make pictures on ChatGPT anyway, with your name, with your face on it. Like, no, this does not really impress us, right? And this question is just kind of so out of the blue. And then it gets even worse, right? There's a follow-up that says, did I say something wrong? Has anybody got this as well? And then they follow up again a few weeks later and they do it again. Did I say something wrong? And I cannot tell you how bad this approach is. So if there's anybody listening right now, or you are watching on the replay, if you're doing something similar to this, because maybe you've seen it and you are thinking, well, if I'm getting it, let me do it. This is the absolute worst approach. You're wasting someone's time. And did I say something wrong? Adds no value to my life. This is an absolute disaster. I just want to kidnap Marco and bring him into our live class. Like a date app. Yes, it is. Now, here is another example, okay? Wait, where is the one where I go? Here. Hi, this is from someone else, right? Hi, Alexandra. I talk to a lot of frustrated agency owners. Okay, we already have a mistake here. Can you guys spot what is already the mistake here? There's already a mistake in this first liner, and this is how we're going to get deep into things. The first mistake in this liner is that he didn't really do his homework. I don't own an agency. If you guys really know me, or if you're just getting to know me, you'll know there's nothing on my website or brand that has ever positioned me as an agency. I do have 10 years of being ex-agency, but I never wanted to launch my agency. So here, first red flag mistake here is he didn't do his homework. So from the get-go, he's going to lose me, or high chances of losing, because I don't relate to the target audience that he's speaking to. So here is the first red flag on this message. I love how Inez is saying negative vibe. Assuming that you are frustrated is a mistake too. Yes, yes, yes. I've noticed that many of them are not taking advantage of combining outreach tools and a simple CRM to book more calls than nurture the new relationships. Ew, this paragraph just sounds so unhuman. I don't even know if you can say that, unhuman, but it's not human. It doesn't seem casual and authentic and honest. And it gets worse, guys. These examples only get worse, by the way. I'm CEO of www.tubular.io. Would love to hear your thoughts on it. Like, I'll just stop my entire life. Give you my thoughts because I don't have anything else to do with my life. Oh my God. This is a huge selfish approach. Huge selfish approach. Why should anybody give you their thoughts? We're busy. We're building empires here. People got lives to live, okay? This is a terrible example. All right. This is also a terrible example, but this is a classic because I needed to give you guys a classic example of a bad example. And worst is that this came through a paid LinkedIn message. And I just feel so bad because this person is spending money and this is really not good, right? So, hi, Alexandra. I'm Veronica, and I am part of the advisory talent team at the advisory board game. Already here, I'm like, do you guys remember the rule that I'm always telling you? We have a 3-second attention span, and I want you to observe your own behavior too. We usually read the first liner and we decide right away, is this for me? Is this for me? Right? So nothing here speaks to me. Oh my God, my teal eyebrows. How do they look? How do they look? Oh, just dye them today. Nothing here is speaking to me. I don't know who this advisory board is, and I don't know what's the advisory board center. Maybe if it was like the Rebel Advisory Board Center, but there's nothing here that speaks to me. First red flag. As the professional body for the advisory board sector, we provide CPD, accredited executive education, to board level professionals across the globe. This is the classic example on how the majority of you and most people are getting wrong with their business development messages. Because here, what we see is that the first approach is all about them. All about them. All about them. I am this, I work for this, and this thing does this. So this is the classic biggest mistake, that your intro is about you. And I bet you that many of you now are like, oh, fuck, fork. I'm going to try not to swear here. I'm trying to be teen and kid friendly. This is the first classic mistake that most people make with their sales development messages, is they are so eager. And I understand you are so eager to want to tell people about who you are and what you do, that you think that if you start from that place, you will get the attention. But this is where it all goes wrong, and I'm going to keep uncovering it, okay? All right, let's keep going. So the way that I'm going to teach you this here today is I am going to show you real examples that I have done for my clients so that we can go through real examples, and then I have a formula. But by the time we get to the formula, I am really hoping that by then your amazing rebel brains will have understood the psychology behind this. And this is why this class is called Psychology Tactics. But before we go there, let's look at these real life examples. Okay, real life example. So this is from a client of mine, and this was a little bit of their original draft, a little bit after they had spoken to me, right? So, hi, Alex. I noticed that in your profile, let's just say you hosted a great event for your rebels. And I thought that the ABCD organization systems, wait, I don't know, how do I make myself tiny? Here, okay. So we see the whole thing. Okay, let me start again. Hi, Alex. I noticed that in your profile, you hosted an event for your rebels. And I thought the ABCD organization systems coaching courses are just for you. They are designed for coaches, leaders, and facilitators like yourself who work with teams, partnerships, organizations. If you're looking to deepen your knowledge and learn tools and skills that will enable you to think systematically, strengthen team dynamics, and coach teams or partnerships, this is a powerful next step. Let me know if you'd like details. And then it goes into about the company. So what we're going to do now is we're going to play a game. You ready? I'm going to show you another version, and I'm going to read it. And you guys are going to tell me which ones you prefer. So I hope you were paying attention. Next one. Hi, Alex. You've already mastered the art of coaching, but what if you could take your skills to a deeper level, where you can truly understand your clients on a profound level? Imagine being able to offer coaching that's not only transformative, but also positioned at a masterful level, giving you the ability to attract higher ticket clients and create lasting, impactful relationships. Here's what you'll learn. Master conflict resolution, and then there's details. Support clients through change, and then there's like more details. Navigate complex human dynamics, and then there's more details. And then it goes, if you are ready to take your coaching, and then there's an offer on there, right? If you are ready to take your coaching to the next level, there's the data, and then there's even an offer. So between this version and this first version, I just wonder which one is sticking with you the most. If you were to have, imagine, received this on your email inbox or LinkedIn inbox. So curious to hear from you. Ines, second. Max, second. Emma, second, purely due to layout. Yes, well, layout is very important. Second. Okay. Well, oof. I feel like you guys passed the exam. Well, yes, the second was drafted by me. And as you guys are saying you prefer the second, is because the second version here starts to follow the psychology steps that people, like you guys are saying, starts to relate to. So let's start to unbox, because I have more. The first part of your business development message should not be about who you are. It should not be bragging that I'm Sally and I have 20 years of experience and I work for the something board. That's not relatable, right? The most important thing that people feel, what is the number one thing that we humans all want? What do we all want? We all want to be seen. It's a core human desire since we are born. We want to be seen, we want to be heard, we want to be understood. That's our core of our human behavior. We want to be seen. We want someone to look at us or listen to us and understand our needs and our hopes and our desires. When you are selling and when you want someone to pay attention to what you have to offer, your most important task is, how can I make them feel seen? How can I make this person feel that I'm seeing them? Not Charlie calling me an agency owner. I'm not an agency owner. Or not how we saw this. You know, what was one of the mistakes with this message? One of the biggest mistakes with this message is how it says, they're designed for coaches, leaders, and wait, how do I move that down? They are designed for coaches, leaders, and facilitators. You are now painting all of these people with one message. A leader, a C-level person needs to have a different message to someone who is a coach. And in fact, for my client, I actually drafted them a different draft for a C-level person. So let's go back to the rule number one of our psychology learning when we are selling. We have to make that person feel seen. By making the person feel seen is by saying something about them. Hey, Alex, I love your teal turquoise hair and how you are so consistent with it. Trust me, if you see that on your first preview of your LinkedIn message, because by the way, if you notice that on LinkedIn, we only see the first liner, you have just increased the chances of your message being open by like 10 times because you are saying something so real about them. You have to take the time to go look at them, to say something about them. That's the first stage, and that's unicorn level. If you want to do this like at the highest level, you are going to take some time at looking at that person's profile so that you can say something. Now, it should be contextual to what you want, what you are selling, right? So if you are selling me a CRM automation, you say, Alex, I love your free Rebel Academy and I enrolled, but I noticed that you don't have automated emails for each of your courses. Oh my God. Imagine someone would email me saying that. I would open that email right away because I'm like, oh, that's true. That's me. It's a fact. Right? What's the next stage? What's the next stage in psychology, right? Is speaking to someone's problems and speaking to someone's ambition. But let's keep on going so we keep unpacking. And I'm hoping that this starts to sit with you, right? That this is starting now to make sense. Because selling is, as this class is called, psychology. We always want to feel seen. We want to feel heard. And to feel seen, we have to make someone feel seen, we have to talk about something that's to do with them. People are also selfish. And when people have a lot of emails and when people have a lot of LinkedIn messages, they will open something that speaks to them, that it's about them. So in a world where we are all selfish, we all have our problems, we all want solutions for our problems, and we all have ambitions. Our job, if you are selling well, is to speak to those problems and to speak to those ambitions. Psychology, behavior. People are triggered. People have a triggering reaction, a glimmer reaction when you tap into their problems and when you give them a light at the end of the tunnel. Exciting? All right, let's keep on going. Woohoo! Okay. She doesn't ask if you would like, she assumes it would be good for you. Yes, very good. Is this starting to sink in? Let me know if the pennies are starting to drop. All right. I am now going to give you, okay, so this is such a cool one. So one of the rebels recently won a one-on-one session with me. And one of the things that she really needed my help was, Alex, and she came to me and I don't know if she's here. I think she might be here, but I don't want to say who it is because I don't know how much, and I kind of changed the details a little bit around. So it's not all, I'm not disclosing full details. The first thing this rebel said to me on our one-on-one session was, Alex, she literally was like, Alex, I'm just getting ghosted. Ain't nobody replying to me. And maybe some of you are the same, right? I need help, Alex. I need help. I want people to know about what I do. So I just changed a little bit here, the details. So I'm going to show you now this rebel's original message. Happy morning, which is actually kind of cute. It was a pleasure talking to you yesterday. I'm reaching out to introduce you to the transformative benefits of baking cookies. Okay, so that's me faking it. I just came up with this because I didn't want to disclose what she does. So I'm reaching out to you to introduce you to the transformative benefits of baking cookies into your corporate environment. About me. Can we already see the red flag here? She's already got into promoting herself as an experienced cookie baker with therapists, and as a therapist life coach, I specialize in unlocking the potential of individuals. So she goes on to promote about her cooking, baking business, right? And then how baking cookies boosts team building. And then it goes into all the benefits, right? And then it goes into what I offer. And then it goes into all, so this is like a really long, which is a second red flag, making these messages super long. So we had a one-on-one session and I gave her on a one-on-one level, direction on how she should change her message. And here is what's really fun. She took my advice and she used ChatGPT. So this is the chat. And I said to her, you must send me your draft so that I can see it, so we can really put a bow on it and make sure that this is good. So she goes on ChatGPT and she emails me the ChatGPT version. Let's read it. Hi, Alex. Is your team checked out? Tired of the same wellness activities? Is your boss telling you to try something new for employment engagement? If you're looking for a unique experience that actually energizes your people, get them talking, and doesn't feel like yet another tick the boss session, keep reading. I'm a cookie baker artist who works with corporations to deliver cookie baking experience. And then it goes into what I offer, 2-hour sessions for teams, quarterly packages, why it works, because your team doesn't need another da-da-da-da. Here is a recent quote from a client. So I'm waking up in the morning and I'm reading this and I'm like, this chat GPT, no. So I took the time and I drafted her the message that is pretty much the winning message. And I thought this was such a cool progress to show you on how you really need to tidy things in the right place. So let's take a look at her winning message. So this is what I wrote for her. Here. Oh, how can I make myself smaller? I need to practice these buttons. Hi, Alex. This is not another email about a boring activity for your team. Trust me, you'll want to know about this because honestly, it's truly special and super unique. Between you and I, you're probably tired of another yoga session or pizza on Fridays, and you still have problems you need to fix. Ego in the workplace is real. See how we are going now? We are going now into a lot of the problems. Ego in the workplace is real. What about people struggling to work in teams and help each other? And well, your boss, they probably want you to find something that really moves the needle. So what you are really doing in this first part is speaking to their problems. And now we go into where is the light at the end of the tunnel? Did you know that when we bake, you need to and then I put here, you need to insert here some facts. So did you know that when we bake, 70% of our brain cells increase and get more happy, right? So then I left her that note there. This is exactly what I do. I help teams through my unique coaching and baking workshops. I bring calm, creativity, and connection into the workplace. My baking workshops with cooking are not only delicious, they are therapeutic because they combine the right ingredients for teamwork. And here is a recent quote from a client, and then there's a quote from a client. And only now she's saying who she is. Do you see what we've done there? We've spoken to someone's problems. We've talked about the ambition and how they can solve their problems. We have gone deeper into the how baking helps people get more creative, how baking helps people talk. So we've gone into the depths of the why this is so good. Because psychologically here, selfishly here, this is what's happening in our brains. Is this for me? Does it answer to my problems? Oh my God, does it give me what I want? And then the next thing in our psychology mindset is, well, what is it? Oh, cooking. Oh, cooking has some science facts behind it. And it even has a quote from a previous client. And it does this. So then we go into the depth of the why this is so good. And only then, guys, check it out. Only then, she then says who she is. I'm Sally. I'm a cooking, baking therapist. And my biggest passion is to deliver creative hands-on cooking and baking workshops. Now she's introducing herself. Because at this point now, it's when it makes sense. At this point, if you've read up until here, you were curious, this related to you, and now you want to know, who is this person that does cooking, baking therapy sessions? And this is when you now can brag a little bit about you. I have been baking for 10 years. I've been featured in some sort of magazine. And by the way, I have an offer for you. Da 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 da. Do you see here the steps? How are we feeling, guys? Isn't this exciting? I was just so excited to show you real life examples. Isn't this cool? Do you see how different this is from the classic approach that you are probably getting on your inbox? Psychologically, this is what we relate to. Does it relate to me? Is she even saying something specific about me? Then we go into problems. Then we go into ambitions. Then we go, Inês Rodrigues. Yeah. Isn't this so cool? So I really, really hope that seeing these examples, you guys are starting to completely reshift how you are seeing this. Anytime you want to sell something, you have to do a bit of homework on that person or on that company so that you mention something about them. Then you really need to, and I think, let me see what I have here next. Okay, I've done a template for you. You know, I love my templates. So I kind of done a little bit of this template. You guys will get the slides on the WhatsApp group. So you should be joining the WhatsApp group because I'll drop the slides in there. So there you go. I've kind of done a nice sort of structure here for you guys to follow along. So there's no reason for you guys to now not have an amazing outreach message. But more good news. Do you want me to Alexify your business development template? Yes, yes. Do you want my eyes and my sprinkles on it? So if it's a yes, on Wednesday, you got to bring your new draft to class on Wednesday. And then I will get with you and we will go through yours. And I can do them really fast, right? Because Wednesday is all about you. Yeah. That's amazing. Thank you. Yes. Okay. So your homework, one of your first challenges is you're going to write a new draft. You're going to follow that. And you, on Wednesday, you will come to class. You are going to bring your drafts. Okay. And don't freak out about sharing this. The more we share, the more we learn each other, the more you even promote your stuff. And, you know, yeah. All right. I could do a whole session just on business development, and I'm pretty sure I have done, because last year I did 30 live webinars. Yeah, I went crazy last year. So if you're not enrolled on the Free Rebel Academy, how are you not enrolled? Please enroll. I could not finish this little segment without and we have more segments, guys. Of course, I've totally ran over time because, well, I guess it's because it was our first class. So please stick around, don't leave. Take me to your bed, your bystand, your car. I don't know. Where are you? Oh, tell me where you are. On Zoom, I used to see you. That's the only thing I don't enjoy about this setup, is that I don't see your cameras. Where are you? I want to know. Do you have your cats with you, your pets? So I just want to quickly remind you that the art of business development is in the follow-up. It's very rare to get a reply right away, even with this new approach, right? Hopefully you do, but it is in the follow-up. Here is a semi-good example of a follow-up. And I want to see if you guys can see how this is kind of okay, but it's really not. Hi, Alexandra, checked out your website. It's good, but there's room to elevate its UI UX. A few tweaks can get you more views. He's offering me a free audit and redesign on one section. This is actually amazing. But this could have been better, right? And now we know how this could have been better. If you would have said, hey, Alex, your homepage is missing XYZ. If he would have been more specific, because we know what he's doing, right? Or she, I don't know. We know he's copying and pasting this. So I already feel like he doesn't really care that much. This doesn't really speak to me. Remember how I'm telling you to sell, you have to care? If he would have just taken 30 seconds to look at my website, if he really is a specialist, he would have been able to pick up in seconds something that was missing. So if he would have said, hey, Alex, your top banner, your homepage could do with this navigation and this effect, and I can actually do that for you as a freebie, I probably would have replied to his email. All right. So this was almost good. And I wish Suhail, oh, we can just about see his name. I wish Suhail was here on our class. But maybe you are watching this on a replay and you are somebody who, if you are offering services, this is an amazing example for you. If you are offering services and you have a freebie, don't just copy and paste. And you are probably feeling frustrated. I know you are, because you are like, how the heck nobody answers me? I'm giving them a free 30 minutes audit and nobody cares. Nobody cares because you don't care. When we don't care, nobody also cares. This is the golden rule of selling. Oh, I just said it, the golden rule of selling. If you don't care, ain't nobody gonna care. But the moment you decide to care, if he would have said, hey, Alex, your webpage is missing this, chances are we would have opened his message. Then he follows up, which is kind of good because you have to follow up. But the way that he follows up is really not that good. I just wanted to check in and see if you saw my last message. I ain't got time. I don't know what your last message was, right? So that intro needed to have been more specific to, hey, your House of Social website is an hour away from getting a free audit, for example, right? So the follow-up is really important, guys, and make sure that you are following up. But we could do a whole deep dive on that. And probably there is a deep dive on my Free Rebel Academy. Lastly, on business development, if you looked at how the messages come through on your inbox, yeah, look at this. We just see the first liner. Hi, Alex. It was fantastic meeting you. Well, that's so human and relatable. Alex should have opened this message, but Alex did not, but I probably would have, right? Now, look at this one. Alex definitely opened this message from Rashim. Hi, Alexandra. Caught your talk at Work Smart Career. So I want you to remember, this is really going deep dive in psychology. If we only get the first two liners on the LinkedIn inbox, we better make those first two liners the most juicy, delicious, appealing, relatable, unique ever. So when you start the first liner on your message, it needs to speak to what that person does. So yes, you are thinking, Alex, this requires a lot of work, but that's selling. Selling requires work. And in a world where most people don't care, when you will care, that's when you will be winning at selling. So, and over time, you will get better and quicker and faster, because over time, you will know how quickly to look at their profile, to go into their posts, to go into their website, right? You know what you are selling, so you know what you should be looking. Okay, cool. Are we excited with this segment? We still have a few segments more to go. Did we love this segment? How much? Oh, where are you guys? Home. Did we love this segment? Yeah? Okay. Really hope this segment changes your business development outreach. Either you are doing B2B, B2C, either it's a service, either it's a product, right? This is for you. Redraft your messages on Wednesday. I want to see them all. There's 20 of you here. This is so exciting. So happy. I really miss doing my live classes. All right. Next. Oh, yeah. So I am going to give you guys a trick. You know, this is the thing. When I do my live classes, I don't hold shit back. This is not like, now, if you want to know this, you have to pay me. You know that if you want my brains all to yourself, you can join my Rebel Club. So I'm giving you here all my tricks. It's just that I am doing them in bite size because this is like an hour. But this is what I teach my clients, and my clients have game-changing results. The emailing and the messaging is great, okay? But when you really want to get someone's attention, the way to really get their attention is to send them a sample of what you do, or send them something that gets their attention. So if you are the cookie baking therapist that we read their messages, you better be having a small sample of those cookies and sending it to Sally, the HR manager, right? This is how you really get people's attention. Send it so it lands on their desk. So Sally, who is the HR manager, or Johnny, who is the CEO of whatever company, arrives at his desk, and now there's something there. And don't put it inside the brown box that nobody can see. Make sure that whatever it is that you decide to do, which needs to be creative, needs to be rebellious, they can like see it, right? So either it is in context with what you are doing. So if it was the cookie baking therapist that we saw, she should be sending cookies to all of the companies she wants to work with. And then you put a little tag with what? Okay, guys, game time. If you answer this one correct, you're going to get a 101 with me. Come on. What is going to go on the tag that you are going to attach to the whatever delight surprise that you're going to send to these people? What is it? What is it? One-on-one session with me. Ding, 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 ding. Who can win? Who can guess this? Come on. I know you guys know it. Think. So I'm going to be Sally. I'm the HR manager. I'm just arriving, and now I'm seeing these cookies on my desk. There's a tag. The tag has a, yes, Erika. The tag, oh my God, Erika, your surname matches my slide. Erika, my slide matches your surname. We were meant to be rebels together. Yes, it's a personalized note, but there's more. What is that one thing? What's the one thing that we can put in the tag so that people can, come on, I'm giving you guys hints, so that people can connect with you quickly? Come on, guys. Come on. 200 points here on this game. A one-on-one session. I'm actually being serious. I'm not even joking. You get a one-on-one session if you get this one right. Charlotte De Souza, you are very close, Charlotte. But we are rebels, and we do rebel marketing. Putting almost, Erika, you are close. Yes, it's the number. Yes, it's the WhatsApp number. Yes. I need a bell. Oh, wait. Sophia, I'm going to call you. Sophia, yes. Masuma also got it right. And yes, Sophia, but you were the first one. Sophia, I'm calling you on my Rebel hotline to tell you 101 with me. Yes. A QR code, but not to the website. It could be to the website, but it should be a QR code to your WhatsApp so people can talk to you right away. Yes. Can you make sure you message me? Sophia, make sure you WhatsApp message me so that I know who you are and I can send you the details for our one-on-one together. And on the topic of winning one-on-one sessions, snap a picture of our Instagram live today, like this one. And I'm giving away one-on-ones all this week. So, and you post it on Instagram stories and tag me. Oh, that was cool, yeah? So to really get someone's attention, you are going to do a delight experience. You are going to send them something that they can have on their desks. On that same day, you will email them, and the QR code should go directly to your WhatsApp so that they can talk to you. The website is still passive, right? I'm going to get those cookies from the bakery therapist, and I'm going to be like, okay, yeah, I'm really interested in this. And she even says that there is an offer. Scan the QR code to talk. It's making it so easy for you now, for the person to get in contact with you. Yay! Oh, some of you were so close. All right. Are we ready for our next segment? Woohoo! All right. How are we for time? I'm going to try and speed this up, okay? I'm going to try and make it in the next, wrap everything up in the next 20 minutes. But you can just take me to bed with you and stream me in under your duvet. All right. The next, where are we? All right, our next segment is landing pages that convert. Now, I'm not going to do a huge, crazy deep dive, but here is the good news. Now that you are starting to understand this structure, this psychology structure is how you are going to take and how you are going to think about how you are going to make sales pages so that people are going through a sales funnel. So what I'm teaching you here is like a sales funnel thought process of how people are going to really not abandon your website, your web page, right? When you are creating websites, it's really important that whoever is designing your website, there's a difference between the strategy of your website layout and then the design. And you should really be working with someone who can understand both. You could work with me because I build websites and I build apps, so you can talk to me. So it's really important that websites, they need to look really sexy and really pretty, but they need to do a job, which is to get people to then, either add things into their baskets, right? So then we have the baskets, and the baskets are like full, and then that they are converting, right? So let's take a look at what that process looks like. So first, I'm going to share my screen, and let's just take a look at, for example, an example. Okay, let's take a look at, let's take a look at this example here. Okay, so this example that we're looking at is a Boss Up Your Digital 6 weeks course that I was running a while back, a few years ago. And this could be a great example to show you a sales funnel if you are selling a service or a course. So if you are a coaches here or people that are selling courses, but the fundamentals are the same. And we're going to look at other examples, okay? So what we have here is, well, we already have a very strong tagline. So there's a strong tagline about after 2 editions selling out, this 6 weeks program is now available for you to take at your own pace. So this is a strong, important information that I had to put right at the top. But what we have after is we have a strong visual. We always need a strong visual with our sales funnel pages. And then we have a very clear understanding of what this is. I created this educational program for, and it even says right away, who is it for? And there's some very clear value propositions on what this course is, right? Results proven strategies, business essentials. So it's giving you very bold what I am going to get. So if I've only just been on this top banner, I already have a lot of clarity. Where a lot of people go wrong is that they are not building sales funnels pages that have a lot of clarity right from the top, okay? Then as we scroll down, we go into a bit of these wow credentials. So I've been featured here, and it also tells you some of the things that you're going to get access, like 14 class recordings and all of that. And then I wish I had this program when I started. I made it so you can fast track. So this liner, hopefully it really appeals to people that want to fast track and maybe are starting out, right? So then I actually wrote here a little bit about the why of this program. And you will see that the sales page is actually quite big, because if I'm selling a 6 weeks course, your sales page needs to have a lot of meat. So this is where I see a lot of mistakes. If you are selling something that's of high value and you're asking for either a high ticket price or it's a very big experience, you really need to put a lot of love into that sales page, right? And then, is this you? Remember the relatability point on our psychology understanding? People need to feel that there's a relatability here. So here is some quotes. And now you're about to uncover. But we know that hearing it from other people is really what can really make or break someone deciding, because everyone is biased. I will tell you, my program is the best. So then having third-party credentials and testimonials is something that you all need to have. So I hope that you are gathering as many testimonials as possible from people, either your products or for your services. Again, here, I have, if this program is a perfect fit, right? So again, I'm giving you more check boxes if this is really for you. And then we go into a whole 6 weeks. So this is an example. I'm going to show you another example of another website. Can I just move? Wait, how do I do this? I'm learning. Okay, do you guys see? Did it change? No. Oh, I'm so confused. Remove. Okay, how do I? Oh, okay, I got this. I got this, guys. Wait. Give me a second. I guess I could just share my whole window, or no? Okay. I'm going to show you, for example, skim. I'm going to show you on the wavelength of coaching, or I'm going to show you another really good page by Matthew Hussey. He's an amazing, extraordinary dating coach. So his marketing is actually one of the best I've seen. And one of the ways that you can learn a lot is by following great brands. I always say this to you. So here are we on his website. You are seeing it. Yes, you are. So one of the first things that we see already here is a pop-up, and you will have seen pop-ups on my website as well, because pop-ups get the attention, but they can be annoying. So you have to be careful how much of them you're doing. So let's just click out of his. And so here we are, right? Our top banner, the top banner of your websites really need to create the first impact. It's just like us human. The first impact we have is what matters the most. It's the same thing with your websites. So I want you now to relook at how your top banner of your websites are. Is it visually appealing? Is it a video background? Is it a strong image background, right? And does it have a huge, clear tagline or liner or title that really is very clear about what you do? One of the number one reasons why people drop off websites is because there's lack of clarity, right? So here we see get more than just dating advice. Fall in love with your life. So this is his value proposition. Very clear. If I didn't see anything else, I know what this is going to be about. He's going to help me fall in love with my life. All right. And then we've got, hey, it's Matthew. Let's get your personalized solution. Now, he's being very smart here. Can you guess why? Because he's saying that he's going to give me something personalized, which we all want, right? You've heard me talk about the importance of personalization. But not only he's going to give me something semi-personalized, what is he going to get? He's going to get data. And we all know how important data is. We even have a class this week on data. All right, so let's keep on going. Then we've got 3 pillars that clearly define the key pillars that he can help you. If you are a coach and you've got a huge diversity of things, you need to make it clear. Confusion does not sell. Confusion does not attract. So here we have 3 clear pillars. Then we have that wow, I call them the wow level, right? We have some brands that are like, wow, he's been featured in this, some brands. And as the funnel keeps going into the bottom part of the sales funnel, he's now telling you that there's like Matthew AI. So ask me a question, I'm going to answer. And then we really go into his new latest book. you know, that he sells. That's how he makes a lot of his money. And then now, do you see here, actually, are you guys even paying attention to this magic, actually? Because this is so similar to our business development messages. You know, on that template message I showed you that only towards the middle end, she was saying, hi, I'm Sally and I do this. This is exactly what we see here. See how now we are almost at the end of the website, and that's when he's really coming and talking more about him, right? About who he is and, you know, how he can really help you, right? So, and now we are going even deeper into the steps. And yeah, so there you go. This is a great example. I'm just going to show you one more to do with products. Okay. 1 second. So if you are selling products, I've got such a cool example website here for you. One of my absolute favorites is Skims. Skims is a great example of a great brand if you are selling products. Now, if you are selling products, your website should be 80% visual, right? So as we are looking through this homepage is like, I want to say 95% visual, right? So if you are selling a product, whatever that product may be, it's the visual that's going to sell it, right? The brain processes a visual information so much more faster, right? So if you have a product, whatever that may be, you need to be looking at your website and making sure that it's so visual. So yes, better photography, better videos, or stock photography. There's amazing stock photography out there, right? So making sure that, look at this, really big, bold, colorful squares and layouts here. All right, so just gonna like speed it up a little bit for our time. So what I have done here for you is I've kind of done a structure for you. So here is a blueprint that you can, it's a guide. You can follow this guide that I've put here for you. So we've got our image. It can be a video. Here you are going to include a quote or a prompt or a question. Then you need to have a value proposition. Then you need to have a small write-up about you. And guys, this can be for e-commerce. This can be for personal brands, okay? Show your offering, be clear. So see here, I've done the steps for you. So there's no confusion. And if you are watching this and you're like, Alex, I cannot build my website. No, I need help. At least follow this structure to go and get the content, right? Oh, let me look at the messages here. Alex, Kamal, Alex, can we do a product website example so that we have an idea for those selling products? Yes. So the Skims, was the Skims good enough? I'll try, let me get, for example, another one here for you guys. For example, let me pull up here. Let me pull up here. Let me pull up here this example for you guys for products. Love your questions. Everything is just so much more fun when you guys interact with me. What am I doing? Did I? No, share screen. Okay, yeah. Okay. Here. So Fenty, here is Fenty. Fenty, let's go to their skincare, for example. We could even go to Sephora. Sephora also has a great website. Wow, there's a lot going on here on this one. Fenty Beauty, but it's very clear that on my first banner, they've got a Fenty Beauty X Smurfs collaboration going on. And so that's really the big purpose always of your first banner, is to either promote something really big, just like how we saw on the Skims. So if I flip to Skims here, we see a huge banner that is really promoting the current sale. Ends soon, Skims site-wide sale. And I just love this little detail here. Drop everything to save 30%. The copy that you have on your website, the tonality really needs to be on brand. Remember that at every touch point that someone is having with you, they need to feel your brand. Drop everything to save 30%. That's got such a cool tone to it, right? So if you're selling products, you want to make sure that, I have another one here. I have the road. Wait, I had the road. Rhode skincare brand. Okay, for example, if we go to Rhode Skin, we're going to see similar examples. Look at that banner. That top banner is so visually appealing. You have seen this strip across other websites, right? So you really want to make that top banner show off your hero products, one of your hero products, and it can also be a video, right? And it should all have a tagline. And you are seeing this across all these examples I'm showing you. And remember the 90 to 80% visual guide. All of this is very visual. Look how big these squares are. Prep, blush, tint, strategically placed, because probably these are the products they are wanting to push the most, and they're probably their best sellers. But look how visually they are so big, right? So we have a really nice banner, then we have these squares, and then we've got another really big banner pushing the pink blush, which might be, a new item or a signature piece. Our sweetest shade of pocket blush is here to stay. And here we go. And it's her site, just like how the others are, it's so much into the visual. So if you're selling products, love that question. Make sure that you've got a lot of really strong visuals. I second what Kamal said. Yeah, and in the future, I can do a whole web class just on websites. Would you, Emma, would you recommend a website in addition to Instagram and Facebook? Oh, Emma, I love this question. Thank you for asking this question. Wait, oh my God, look at that. I can bring questions into the screen. This is orgasmic. Where have I been? I have arrived. Emma, would you recommend a website in addition to Instagram and Facebook? This is like the best question ever. Rule number one, we should always have a website, even if it's a one-pager, because that's how you claim your space in the world of the world internet. You need to take up space. You need to claim your ground. So not only your space online, you want to start ranking on Google. When people are searching, you want to be showing up. So it is paramount that at some point, as soon as you can, even if it's a one-pager, that you at least have your domain, your www, and then your website platform that will host. Remember that your domain is one thing, and where you will build your website is another. Think of it like the website is the building where you live, and the domain is the street name. Those two are separate. They have two separate costs, right? So would you recommend a website in addition to Instagram and Facebook? Abso-freaking-lutely. People are searching on Google. People are using ChatGPT, and ChatGPT uses what's out there to provide information. People are searching on YouTube, right? Google is also audio. People are asking, Alexa, find me something, 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 right? So it is so important that you do have a website, even if it's starting out with a one page and then you are building your way. So Emma, yes. You want to be showing up on that Google. Your SEO is so important, right? All of that good stuff is so important. Thank you for asking such an amazing question. Woohoo! Okay, so moving on. You guys have this amazing now blueprint here for you that you guys can follow. And look at that. There's FAQs for some of you. You might need FAQs. Then you've got your freemiums, right? Your social plugins. So if you are like, I'll never build my website, it's okay. Look at these sections and start curating the content for these sessions. Makes sense? All right. So let me see here. There you go. So this is your layout for sales, a sales funnel page. This is pretty much the structure. If you are starting out, if you are refining yours, start making sure that you are now putting all of this content together. Because imagine you come to me and you say, Alex, can you build me my site? And I've already put all of this stuff together. Or if it's someone else, but it shouldn't be someone else, it should be me because I'm like really good at what I do. We will be like moving really fast because you will have already put all of this stuff together. Makes sense? And then if you are building your website, which I encourage you to, and you should use platforms like Wix. Wix is extraordinary. Let me know. I can give you a referral link. You are going to use Wix, and they have so many templates. And now you have a formula here that you can follow. If you have pages right now, I want you to look at them and see how they need to be tweaked. Do you have all of these elements? Do we have freemiums? Do we have FAQs? Do we have testimonials, right? Make sure that you are going through them. Okay, we're going to get to the last segment. And the last segment is storytelling techniques. I've definitely gone over time, but I love it because there's still 19 of you here. So I'm feeling really special that you guys have stuck with me. All right, storytelling that emotionally connects, generate leads. So, if we think to the beginning of our class and how we were learning about what really makes us connect with people, and if we want people to be curious, if we want people to connect with our brands, we really need to be very emotional. So emotional marketing, is really a huge thing, and so let's unpack this, because this is definitely one of my favorite parts of today's class. Now, who here is familiar with the platform Masterclass? Maybe you've seen all of their masterclass videos with very famous, renowned people that will teach us things. Who loves masterclass? Maybe you even have signed up to it. Let me know here on the comments whilst I pull up here. Yeah. Okay. So I am going to play. So when we are thinking, how can we, many of you will have products, right? Maybe you are doing a product launch. You've got a new product. You are so excited with your new product. It's shiny, it's amazing, and you want the world to know, right? So either you have a product that you are launching, you have an event that you are launching, you have a service that you are launching, right? And you want the world to know. The first most important thing that we need is we need to have what we call a promo video, right? So having a promo video that really tells people about your product or your service is paramount for you to invest time. And then you can cut it into short form and take pieces out of it. Emma, looks like my next job is website building. Erica, yes, I've seen their ads. So creating these promotional videos are so important for all of us, because that's how we can really get people to know about our new product or our new service. But it can be really overwhelming because these videos can be like, how do you start? How do you do it? So I am going to play one of the best in class videos that is out there in the world of marketing, so that you can, so they can watch this. Let's watch it together. Okay.
I'm going to tell you something. Every person in their life has had $1 million idea. No doubt. No doubt. It's just you're going to take action. You definitely do not need to go to business school to become an entrepreneur. I started Spanx as a frustrated consumer. I had $5,000 set aside in savings. I simply wanted to be able to wear white pants to a party and have nothing show underneath it. The entire time, everyone told me no and said, this is not a great idea. But let me tell you one thing. That means you've come up with something brand new. Take it as a compliment. This masterclass is for anyone out there who's in search of an idea, has an idea and doesn't know what to do next, is wanting to start a business, or has already started a business. I guess in some way I'm saying I think this class is for everybody. Before I started Spanx, I actually was selling fax machines door to door. I got kicked out of building after building. And one day I thought, I'm in the wrong movie. I call the producer, call the director. This is not my life. What happened? I can tell you the things that I focused on very early on. 3 things: make it, sell it, build awareness. People are looking for that. I want to be a $100 million company in the first year, and I'm going to raise as much money as I possibly can. And just check in with yourself on that and be willing to start small. Why are you doing this? What's the why? And who are you in the world? Share that part of the story. I mean, the more vulnerable you're willing to be, the deeper the connection will be with your consumers. I hope that you're tuning in and you're seeing me, and I become the example that you needed to say, check, yes, you can. I'm Sarah Blakely, and this is my masterclass.
Ooh, how good is this video? Either you need her stuff or not, right? This is such a amazing video. In fact, all of the masterclass videos are done amazingly well. They really have amazing people behind these videos. Do you wish your videos were like this? Who wants a video like this? Either if it's for your product or a service, because I'm like, yes, I want to know. I want to know. Tell me. Are you just like, okay, yes. Did you like, what did you, or actually, let me ask you a better question. I should be doing a better job. What was it about this video that hooked you in? Well, or was there something that you didn't like actually? But what did you like the most about this video? Did you feel you were hooked in naturally, not just because I'm like, let's watch this video? I'm dying to know. I would definitely want it, but I don't like recording myself. That's understandable. Yeah. What was it on this video that made you kind of maybe lean in a bit more? Or was there parts of this video that was, wow, it spoke to me, or maybe it didn't? Absolutely. I love how she listened to herself. Aha, right? There you go. See the things you are saying? I love how she listened to herself. What is that? That's vulnerability. And we love vulnerability. We love when people are real and authentic and vulnerable. Remember at the beginning of class, I even told you I was nervous. That was me being vulnerable with you because I was nervous because I had never done classes in this setup, right? I see. Am I pronouncing it right? I see. The fact that she was successful in spite of the resistance she faced. Oh, what is this here? Look at what Icy remembered. Icy is remembering a part of her story. And this is why I'm always telling you, tell your story. And we're going to get to that real soon. See, one of the things that stuck in Icy's mind was her story, because we love a good personal story, right? What else are you guys telling me? Erica, it was a beautiful video with a mix of personable images and motivational words that showed me we can make it as well. Yes, the whole package of that video just made you go, yeah, I can run my mini empire. Absolutely. By the end of that video, you are like, okay, Sarah, I'm signing up to your class. Or even if I'm not signing up to Sarah's class, she's made me feel that I can do it. Charlotte, I like the assertiveness and relatability in her tone. I'm thinking of creating one like this. Well, drum rolls, ladies and gentlemen and rebels, because this is what I have for you. Oh, Charlotte, wait, I'm going to bring, I just love how I can bring this. I'm running so high on my own supply with this whole new setup. I hope you guys are vibing it as much as me. You guys are not going to believe what I have for you, because I have what you want. Look at this. Let me make this big. Look at what I have. I have unpacked for you all of the steps that are behind the making of this video. That's right. So that you, Charlotte, and everybody else can have a video like this. I've unpacked it. I opened it. I dissected just like a rebel does, and I'm giving it all to you. So let's go from the freaking beginning. The first part of her video is she talks about the problem. Second, she's questioning it. She's making you think. It's the emotional hook you in, right? And then she goes into that quick solution. So let me see how I can manipulate this. 1 second. So if we go, the first thing is the problem. Then she's questioning it, which is making you think. Then it's the emotional tactic to hook you in. And then she goes into the quick solution to attract you in to retain your attention. Let's see. I don't know if you can hear it. Could you hear it? Because if you can hear it, that's great. I just play with the sound, right? Could you hear it? Then, yeah, can you guys hear it? Let me just do that again. No, you cannot hear it. Okay, no sound. Okay, so I don't know how to have slides and video all at the same time. I'm going to study that tomorrow. Then we have the next steps, which is the pain points that the target audience will have, right? So we are starting with what's the problem. Then she's questioning it. She's making you think. It's an emotional hook. When she says, I bet you thought you couldn't create a business. I bet you think you can't do it, right? That's so, oh my God, that's so relatable because most people think that they can't do it when they're about to start, right? Then she goes into a quick solution to attract you right in. When she says, what if I tell you that if you, I can't remember the exact things, but I think she says like, what if I tell you if something. Now you are like, okay, well, tell me more, Sarah. Then she goes into her personal story. And some of you guys here said that was the bit that you remembered the most, right? And that's where you are really hooked in. She was, what was it? She was delivering things. She was knocking on doors and she was just like, I don't think I can do it, right? Then she goes into step number 5, which is the pain points that the target audience will have. So if we go back into here,
Do not need to go to business school to become an entrepreneur.
See, like you don't have to go to business school to become an entrepreneur. That's our step number 5.
I started Spanx as a frustrated consumer. I had $5,000 set aside in savings. I simply wanted to be able to wear white pants to a party and have nothing show underneath it. And in their life has had $1 million idea.
So, I don't know how to go in between videos and slides, but so if we go back to our structure now, she then goes into a solution, providing hope. All right, let me see where that is on the video. Right, she goes into my entire time, people were telling me I couldn't do it. It was a crazy idea. And then she talks about a clear, defined target audience. This would be so much better if I could flip between the video and the slides, because that's how I usually do it, but I don't know how to flip videos and slides. But these are the steps. Then she goes into a clear, defined target audience profiling. Let me get to that part of the video. Okay, wait. Here. Okay, here we go. So wait. This is like so much to manipulate. Okay, then we go into being very relatable to the target audience.
This is for anyone out there who's in search of an idea, has an idea and doesn't know what to do next, is wanting to start a business or has already started a business. I guess in some way I'm saying, I think this class is for everybody. Before I started Spanx, I actually was selling fax.
Okay, so it gets really good, right? So let's go back to our steps here, right? She has step number 7. She has a very clear defined audience profiling to who this is for. And then we see the visuals with a quick highlight of content. But now we are going deeper into her story, emotional story in a much deeper way to really spice up this whole drama. Because remember, this video is about a minute or so long, right? So when she's taking us into a deeper story of her story, it's making things more emotionally connecting and a little bit more dramatic, right? And then she goes into quick solutions, how I did it and how you can too. This is playing to the empathy levels. There's so much psychology unpacked here. There's authenticity, there's vulnerability, there's relatability, there's giving you hope, right? There's being on the same level as you. When she says, I didn't have to go to business school, I don't have a master's, I wasn't good at maths, right? This video and all of these steps here literally are a masterclass into psychology secrets behind videos that sell. So for some of you, and Charlotte that said, I want a video just like that. Where was that? Oh my God. Just made your dreams come true. If you follow all of these steps, or if at least you guys go through some of these steps, you will not go wrong in making your videos, right? Towards the end, let's go towards the end here, right? She then questions you into a more deeper level, and it really makes you think, are you just going to sit there at home? Are you just going to feel like a victim? Are you just really now thinking you can't do it? By this point, you are really like, fuck no, I think I can do this, right? And that's when she then, boom, she gives you the solutions. And then she even makes it so easy. So at this point, you are so close to converting. And then there's the relatability, there's the approach and the easiness, and then there's a very strong direct call to action. So I absolutely love to unpack this video, because if you want the secrets behind videos that are selling, all of these people, these creative producers and these creative strategists, we are all ticking these boxes. But now you have them. Isn't it cool? I'm so excited. Okay. So here it is. You've got the blueprint. Now, your story. I want to make sure that every single one of you, the 18 of you that are here with me, I want to make sure that you are telling your story in your content, right? No matter the type of brand, right? Everybody gets hooked on a story. What is your story? Tell us your why, tell us your purpose, tell us your mission, tell us how you moved to Dubai, tell us about stuff that happened. I was doing a training the other day to my dear client Tara Rose, and I had a hairdresser say to me, Alex, I don't have a story. I was like, really? Because everybody has a story. And he goes, I mean, I was a farmer. Oh, and I was just like, wait a minute. You are a farmer and now you are a hairdresser in Dubai. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, that is like gold, man. That's like the type of stuff reality TV is made of, right? Or it's such a cool hook, like farmer, a farmer turned hairdresser. Well, actually, he's like a stylist, creative director now, right? And I'm like, that's a story. Do you know how inspiring that can be for other people that are maybe farmers, but that have maybe a very sort of like regular kind of type of job, and then that they go and doing something completely different? That's so inspiring. We all have a story. I want you to dig deep and not so deep. I want you to think about all of the things that have you gone through, and I need you to put them as part of your content. People connect with you because of your story. People will find inspiration. People will find relatability. People will find authenticity. We are not selling a brand just for a product. People are buying into stories. People are buying into emotions. This is why we are going through a huge boom of products made by content creators, not just the celebrities, although that's a little bit of a part of it, right? Because if I love that actress or Jennifer Aniston, of course she had to release a hair brand. It just made sense, right? Or Rihanna sells. What is Rihanna selling? Rihanna is selling a sex appeal. Of course she was going to have a lingerie, brand, right? we are buying into emotions. We as humans crave emotion. We don't just want a product for a product, right? So either you're selling a product or a service, you need to inject so many parts of your story into your content. Next, I need you to be documenting. Oh, my dear friends and rebels, there is a reason why reality TV is a multi-billion-dollar business. And I've said this a zillion times and I will keep saying it. Because reality sells. Why? One, it ticks the authenticity box. And by the way, we can all smell bullshit, right? We can tell when someone's faking it. We can just tell. So when you are documenting, you are creating this window of authenticity for us to see you in your most authentic ways. And guess what? We love authenticity because we are tired of so much fakeness. When you are documenting, you are also creating an opportunity for relatability. Oh my God, I so relate with her. She's obsessed about one color, or she's having a bad day. Or when I talk about my father, or when I changed my name, when I took my father's name out of my name, I got so many amazing letters and messages from you guys, right? So there's a lot of relatability. With relatability comes connection. I may not relate, but there is a connection. When I'm documenting, I'm starting to feel more connected to the person because we're seeing the realness, the behind the scenes, the nitty gritty, you know, the less perfect, the more, what's the word I'm looking for? The more scrappy. You know, I always say, be scrappy, be rebellious, be scrappy. We're all too tired of everything so perfect, right? When we are documenting, we're creating more trust. Because especially if you are a coach or if you are selling a service, are you walking the talk? There's too much people selling bullshit that are not walking the talk. So when you are documenting and you are showing us your lives, your behind the scenes, we are really seeing you walking that talk, right? And again, that vulnerability. So if you've not been documenting because you are thinking, oh, I shouldn't do that, that's not for a product brand, you know, or, you know, I don't know what to do, or is it even relevant? Yes, it is. It's massively relevant. So documenting and telling your story, huge, huge, huge one. So next, moving on to another storytelling tactic that's very important is your first 3 seconds of your videos. Guys, I need you to become obsessed about the first 3 seconds of all of your videos. That's how people are deciding if they're going to watch your video. Does that sound cool when I'm whispering? Guys, I painted my microphone. I painted my Rode microphone. I just had to do it. So I need you to become obsessed. How are your first 3 seconds? What are you saying, or what are you showing? Does it strike drama? Does it strike curiosity? Is it impactful? Because it's in 3 seconds that people are deciding if they want to watch this video. Okay, we're getting to the end. Just stick with me, maybe 10 more minutes, and then I let you guys go. But you're still with me. There's still 17 of you with me here, so I'm so happy. All right, this is very important. I really want to teach you how to measure your video's performance, okay? So I want you to know how you can tell what has been the average length of how much people are watching your videos. This is so, so, so important. So I want you to open your Instagram analytics. And when you go to your video analytics, so it can be a video, a reel that you have, and you can go to the analytics button under. I want you to look for your average watch time. You will see it, average watch time. I want you to look at the past 5 or 10 reels that you will have done. And I want you to gauge what has been your average watch time. That is telling you now something. That's telling you how these videos are performing. And that gives you a reading of how much people have dropped off. Are they watching it all till the end? Are they dropping off very early? And then I want you to see what is your like rate. So that's homework, guys. Because if you need to make new videos, your next future videos, you will now be able to know what more or less should be the length of your videos, okay? So look for your average watch time and look at your average likes that you are getting per these videos. And then look at what kind of average this is giving you. And now you're going to look for that pattern. So your next video, now you will be able to gauge what that length should be. Make sense? Okay, the last couple, two things more that I really want you guys to do, right? Now, don't we love a good binge? Oh my God, what shows are you watching recently? So I'm recently watching Mobland. I'm loving Mobland. And I'm also watching the last one of The Handmaid's Tale. So we all love a good binge, right? Either it's on Netflix or a TV show or documentaries. But this is the world we're living in now, right? We want to keep binging. We want to keep watching. I want people to be binge watching your content. I want your Instagram grids to be binge freaking watchable, right? So that people can really be hooked on your grid. So how do we do that? It's a really simple hack, okay? So I make this bigger here. Okay, so when you are looking at your Instagram grid, either you are selling products or you are a personal brand creator, I need you to think and look. If people are looking at my grid, are they getting a quick understanding of what each video is so that they can start clicking and tapping and watching? If it's a no, you definitely need this exercise. I need you to relook at all of your covers of your Instagram reels, okay? So that you are adding either titles, just like how you see here in this screenshot, stop trying to vlog, how to heal with bullying, 3 months left, overwhelmed, why you need to ask more. This very clearly tells people what these videos are about. So people become so much more quicker now to tap and to watch. If you don't want to have big titles like that because you have a very visual aesthetic, then you need to make sure that on your IG Reels, you are placing an image of the product that really shows off what that product is. And the good news is, maybe you're going to ask me this next is, but I've already done the videos. So can I go back and re-edit my cover? Yes, you can. So binge-worthy grid, making sure your covers on your reels have big, bold titles in whatever font you want, in whatever style you want, you make it yours, right? But making sure that when people are looking at it, they can quickly see, this is what is that. That's what this is about. Makes sense? You still here with me? I know that some of you have gone, but 16 of you are still here, which I'm so excited about. Okay, I think, was this the last one? Yeah, that was our last one. Okay, so now, remember I told you we've got challenges? Emma, Reels versus post. Love this question. So Instagram, love this question. Wait, let's make this, let's do this next level. Reels versus post. So Instagram is pushing for Reels massively. So 70% of your content should be Reels. It's how you get on the discovery page. It's how you can reach more new people. When you are thinking posts, I really encourage you to consider doing carousels. And Instagram is really loving multimedia carousels. Multimedia carousels is carousels that have videos and images. So it's like a mix. So for everybody listening, your content should be Instagram Reels and carousels, because that is really the two types of content that Instagram is really pushing. And I'm going to add something else here. For all of you that are slacking posting content on your grid, that's when you are losing out on getting new followers. Because it's by posting on your grid that your content gets pushed out to new people on the discovery page. So yay for you that you're posting so much on your Instagram stories. But on the Instagram stories, it's much harder to get new people. So it's on your grid content that you will be able to reach to more newer people. I had somebody say to me the other day, I'm not getting any followers. And I was like, okay, how often are you posting? Twice a week. There you go. That's why. Oh, and I think I've just answered the next question. What's more beneficial? What's more beneficial is making sure you are posting quite frequently on your grid, quality and content. Maybe 3 videos are going to be amazing and maybe the other 2 are not so good. It's okay, right? So making sure that you have consistency on your grid so that you have more growth and more people discover you, and also having all of that cool content on your Instagram stories. Maybe that's where you are going to document. Maybe that's where you're going to be more casual. That's where you can put offers, right? So that's very important. So post boring. Emma, do you mean post as just like one single picture? Maybe that's what you mean. Well, I don't want to be here telling you to not post single pictures. If posting single pictures has been working for you, please continue doing it. But if you're just posting, your content should definitely not be 80 to 70% just images. And I know some of you have that. I look at some profiles and I'm like, oh. So if you're posting a lot images, if images are like 70 to 80% of your content, we are definitely having a problem there, and you need to flip your strategy. You need to have more reels and you need to have more carousels. So lots of carousels and lots of reels, very important. I hope that made sense. Emma, optimum number of posts per week. To be honest, as many as you can really do, but I'm going to go with you should be posting once every day, so there should be a post meaning a reel or a carousel every day. But work your way to that, right? Like work your way, work with 3 and then 4 and then 5, because you have to remember every time you are not putting content out, people are not seeing you. It's almost like closing the doors of your shop. So you want to be getting out as much as you can with how you can, with the resources that you have, and you don't want to overwhelm yourself, so you can work your way up to posting every day. Amazing. Okay, so look at our challenge. Where's our challenge? So we are wrapping up, guys. I know you're leaving me. I know you want to leave me. We're wrapping up. So this is our challenge for this class, okay? If you've got questions, definitely still write questions on the comments and I'll still answer some questions, okay? So the challenge for you, some of the challenges that I've put together for you for class number 1 is draft a new business Devi messages. This is when you know I do not use ChatGPT because you see my spelling mistakes. So I want you guys to draft a new business development message. Bring it to me on Wednesday, okay? I want you to then relook at your web pages. So if you can do all of these challenges, or you see which ones will apply to you, okay? Relook at your web pages and cross-check with my blueprint that I gave you guys. Then, if you've never been documenting, I want you to document at least 1 video on your Instagram stories, or like a set, like a couple of documentation that is going on your Instagram stories. Okay, I want you to get out there. If never, the next challenge, 1 video about your story. Okay, or a carousel, right? Could be a carousel post, can be a reel, can go on your Instagram stories, but a piece of content that is something about your story. And then the last one on my challenge is make your grid binge watchable. I want you to relook at your covers and give them some very juicy, yummy, snackable titles so that people look at your grid and they know what's up. Woo! And we made it! We made it! We did class 1 and I so went overtime. Oh my gosh. I always go overtime. But on my last webinars, I learned I need to make my content just more snackable because I just want to pack so much for you guys. Tomorrow, oh my God, tomorrow is so freaking cool. Tomorrow, what do we have tomorrow? Tomorrow we have, how can we turn WhatsApp into literally like a game-changing platform? There is so much that you can do with Snapchat. So, not Snapchat. Did I say Snapchat? Did I say Snapchat? It's not Snapchat. It's WhatsApp. I'm so excited, guys. Did you enjoy today's class? I hope you did. Let me know in the comments. I'm dying to know. How do you feel about this new live experience? Is it better? Do you prefer Zoom? Is it like, no, take us back to Zoom because we want to be on video with you? Let me know. I want the good and the bad. I'm so excited for tonight. Emma, love this. For all of you that was your first time, thank you so much for spending the evening with me. It means the absolute world. I literally live for this. I love doing live classes so much. I want to remind you of my free Rebel Academy. All of my previous webinar marathons are on the free Rebel Academy. I did 30 last year. We are on the road to 100 free courses. So yes, I'm so excited. We will be back tomorrow at 8 p.m. same time. This is more cozy. Oh, Sinead Rebello, love it. Yes, yay. Okay, let's play a song. And I'm going to wish you the best yummy evening vibes. And tomorrow, Tuesday, is going to kick ass. What shall we play? Let me see what I have here. What song do I have here? Let me see. Okay. Woo! I love you guys. I don't know if you can hear my music. Can you hear my music? I love you guys. I see you tomorrow at 8. Oh, I'm going to place the challenge. The challenge, I'm going to place it on WhatsApp.
Hey, you got a nice vibe. I know you know by the way you come. You know the song aloud.
If you have questions, don't be shy. Bring all your questions tomorrow, okay?
At first, you got going. You're handsome, walking, talking. Your body is just fine, baby. I'm gonna let you have fun. Baby, fine.
Bridget, thank you for this. Very informative and helpful. Yes. Fatiha, it was amazing. Erica, thank you. Sinead, yes. Looking forward to tomorrow. Salafa, yes. Ines, yes. Isi, yes. Sinead Ravello, I love that name. Charlotte, Emma, Erica, I love you guys so much. Let me put another song on. What shall we play? Oh, the attention's gone. I love this song. Madonna, who loves Madonna? We'll never sleep now. Okay, I have another song. What shall we listen to next? Let me see what I have here. What's this one? I have like my disco playlist. Oh, this is a good one. 15 of you are still hearing me. Oh my god. Look at my disco playlist. Look how broken they are. They're so broken. Because I warned them. You want to give it a I forgot to drink from my disco mug. Tomorrow. Your lady mama. We're no longer virgins now. Now. Okay, another song. Oh my god, I love this song. my God, I love Footloose.
Been working so hard. I want you never. Oh, tell me what I got. I'm just feeling. Tell me the word now. I'll be
There's 14 of you still here. I'll just stay here. Are you still? Who's still here? I don't see. Can I see who are the people that are here? I don't know if I can see like the names of the people that are still here. Brenton, I'm signing off. I love you guys. 8 p.m. tomorrow. Same place. More vibes. I love you.
put your feet on the ground. Oh, oh.
Love you. See you tomorrow.